Welcome to episode 3 of Back in the Days. We are back with White Men Can't Jump. Now, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm not gonna hold you. As you can see, we got the pops right here. Got the DVD, and if I had the VHS, I would have the VHS up here too.
I don't know how many of y'all gonna know what a VHS is.
If you don't know, Google it. Everybody got Google. So, as far as the casting goes, I think it was perfect. Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson. They had an on-screen chemistry that worked so well. They went off and did another movie actually that featured Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez, man.
So that was Money Train, yeah. Man. So that was fantastic. Rosie Perez, untouchable in the 90s. Just she had a small role in the film, but it was how you say I won't say polarizing, but it was just like Big Bird. Yeah, you know.
It became one of the classics for her.
And I feel like, all right, the premise of the movie was Wesley Snipes. It opens up with him at Venice Beach playing basketball. And Woody Harrelson's character, he comes and he hustles them. And he comes and he seems like he don't know how to play basketball. He don't know nothing. Then he hustles him, wins the money. Wesley Snipes sees this as an opportunity to then use him to earn money in other places because they'll be like, he can't play basketball. They can't beat us. The premise of the movie. Woody Harrelson's character has a problem with gambling, which leads him to lose Rosie Perez. And he's also trying to get her back at the same time. She ends up on Jeopardy, whole thing. Yes. Fantastic movie for me. Now, I heard that they almost had somebody else in this movie.
Yep. I saw it too. I saw it for both characters.
Who you got?
You want me to give you the first? So, originally to play Sidney, they wanted Denzel Washington. But he was so adamant that he wanted to play Malcolm X that he passed up this role. Automatic said he wanted to play Malcolm X. And
smart decision.
That was smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to be like, once I saw that, and then I saw, Wesley Snipes, I thought he did good. Yeah, it was crazy. Now let me ask you something. Do you think he knew how to play basketball?
He did it.
You feel me?
He did it.
He didn't know how to play basketball. Wesley Snipes had to go, they said 9 to 5, 4 days a week. No, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. He had to go to a trainer for basketball because he wasn't good at it. They said he was a great athlete, but with basketball, they said they fooled everybody thinking that he could play for real.
Because he said every time that he would shoot the ball, he would miss, but he would talk like it went in. And it showed on the camera that it seemed like everything goes in.
That's crazy. He missed everything, but he made it seem like it went in. Hey, great actor. You feel me? Like, he was perfect for this role. And when you said that they went on together and played in that, I was like, bro, if you think about it, they could have did a couple more movies together and it would have been classic still. Because The Money Train was a classic to me too. Like, I felt like they could have kept the train rolling with them too. They was the first.
No pun intended.
True train. They could have kept it rolling for real. Because I'm like, and when you think about it, they was the first team up. Now that I'm thinking about it, they was one of the first team ups that could have kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good to see. But they said it was one thing too I saw is that they were planning on making a 2 and it was supposed to be filmed in based in Europe. But they end up not doing it.
Good.
Yeah, so
I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So who would have played Billy Hoyle?
Billy Hoyle. Oh, yeah. Did you get you saw who they got? Who they was about to get?
I saw one name.
The biggest one to me was Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
They said they would have picked. They had him on the list. He came in for the audition, but he didn't pass the basketball test. They said he was horrible at basketball
test.
Yeah, they had the audition on the court.
He would have failed the talking test. It was too many lines for Keanu Reeves, for real.
There was a lot of lines. Yeah, that was. Another person was Charlie Sheen.
Now, Charlie Sheen would have been interesting because he was in Major League.
Okay.
Which is a baseball movie.
It's a baseball movie.
So at this time, he was probably in shape, and it would have made sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have touched what we got from Woody Harrelson.
I don't think so either. But the crazy thing is, the only reason he didn't get it because he passed on it. They say he passed it, like they was gonna give it to him, to Charlie Sheen. Yeah, he just passed on the road.
He's probably done Major League.
Woody Harrelson part?
Yeah. Wow. Charlie Sheen passed on him. He might have been in it. We gotta see when it was.
Whoever the biggest star at the time.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Bruh, I found out though we gave Rosie Perez her flower suit and she beat out 2 women for the role. What I found out is that Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes had to stick up for her because at first they didn't want a Puerto Rican girlfriend to be with Woody Harrelson in the movie. So they had trouble with the studio, but Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson told them to back off and let her do it. I was like, man, that's crazy. So big ups to them because that, you know what I mean? Some people don't be speaking up like that.
And at this time, you could probably guess who it was as the girlfriend. There's a couple of names out there that you could probably guess, but
yeah. So that was pretty interesting. The other thing, when you said about the whole concept of the story of them being gamblers, right? They said on the set they was gambling all the time. They was gambling all the time, and Woody Harrelson was really breaking people. But they said that Wesley Snipes got tricked because Wesley Snipes said, well, you can't dunk. And so they bet on it. But Wesley Snipes didn't know that they lowered the rim. So he lost his money because he dunks, but he didn't know that everybody lowered the rim for him so he could dunk. So he ended up getting Wesley Snipes for some money on it.
He a true hustler then.
Yeah.
He hustled.
Yeah. Bruh. But it was two other people though. Did you see? It was 2 other people that actually tried to audition for roles and didn't get it. 2 women. Okay. You know who those 2 was?
No.
First one was Halle Berry.
Of course. I'm telling you.
You feel me?
At the time frame, yeah. Okay.
And the second one was Angela Bassett.
Yeah. See?
So they auditioned for the role of Rhonda.
That's Wesley Snipes' wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they lost the role to Tyra Farrell. They said she'd been in something lately too, but yeah. But that was crazy to me. I was like,
she was in Boys in the Hood as the mom.
Yeah.
She was the mom in Boys in the Hood.
I guess, what you think about that? You think Angela Bassett?
I think that it was a small role, so you didn't need them in the film.
Okay.
So this was, I think for her, it was great how it was. And if I had to pick one of them, I'll pick Angela Bassett.
Yeah, I feel like Angela Bassett could have played it too. I feel like that too. Halle Berry, I think that role would have been,
it's just different.
It's just different. Angela Bassett could have did that role for sure. But that's another thing. They said they had to get the Fruit of Islam to go around to the hoods. Because they was filming in LA, but they had to go around to the hoods first to talk to the gangs so the crew and the actors and everybody could be safe.
They was in the jungles on that one scene.
Yeah. So they said they had to send people out to go make sure it was good. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you gotta... I'm pretty sure they do that to this day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because...
You have to.
And the fact, I go back to episode 1, Beverly Hills Cop, they said they had to do that in Detroit. They said the cops didn't even want to go where the places they was going. Yeah. That was crazy to me. You know what I mean? But, man, It was a lot of stuff about this movie that made it a classic. I'm glad they kept Wesley Snipes because Denzel Washington. It made sense too because he actually knew how to play. Yeah, Denzel Washington actually knew how to play basketball.
Yeah,
because when he was in
He Got Game.
He actually know how to play. So they wouldn't even have to teach him. You know what I mean? So it would have been cool. But I'm glad they got the characters they did. It was perfect. You know what I mean?
You said your favorite scene and all that?
My favorite scene in this movie, oh man, I like the opening scene because it's like it was them at Venice Beach playing basketball, just niggas. When we play basketball, it's a lot of back and forth, and that's how it opened up. They was talking about you.
So that might be the best scene right there.
That's a solid opening scene.
It set the scene for the whole. It set the mood for the whole movie.
And the scene when Russ Brett was in the shower. But yeah, I was young when I first saw the movie.
I would say the same thing because
every scene with Rose Perez, that was in. Yeah,
that's true. Because I found out too. She was I mean, it's Rosie Perez. You feel? But when she was in on Jeopardy, you know how she can't really articulate right? They said that the host of Jeopardy, what's his name? I forgot his name. Alex Trebek. Rest in peace. Yeah. I found out he had to improvise because she said it wrong, but he kept going. So when she said it wrong, you know how it rolled off her tongue wrong. He was like, "Let me check with the judges." So he improvised that part. He just kept the scene rolling.
That's hard.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, that's pretty clean right there."
Classic.
You know what I mean? So when I found out, I was like, "Yeah, that's a classic scene." When she won at Jeopardy, yeah. So that wasn't even supposed to happen. She just said it wrong, and he just improvised with it. And I was like, "Hey, that was good, man." But
so recasting, we don't have to do a recasting because they did a recasting. Jack Harlow played the character of Billy Hoyle. Even actually, let me take that back. They remade White Men Can't Jump, gave everybody different names, so it wasn't even a complete remake.
Oh.
So they had Jack Harlow and Sinqua Walls, and they had a whole different storyline. And the only thing that was the same was the fact that they were playing basketball and they were trying to hustle people a little bit. That was it. So, did they have to do a remake? No. They should have picked a different name for it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
If they did that, it would have been an okay movie. But then they used the name, they changed all the characters' names, so it wasn't the same. They just did the scenes that were in the original movie and redid them. And I didn't even like that because when the dude was playing basketball, he was like, "Oh, I'm getting hustled." He went back to the car, got his gun, he went to the store, tried to rob the store. Either way. In the newest one, dude came out with a flamethrower. I was like, come on, y'all. Ain't nobody in LA going to their car and grabbing a flamethrower.
Wow.
So, so no recasting. But that will conclude this episode of Back in the Days. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. I pay bills and this is terrible. I quit.